Hi guys. I feel so awkward. Last thing I posted was my projects for school. I told myself I wanted to utilize my YouTube space as a space for me being a creative. I feel like I'm being called to just talk about like art stuff. I really am. I didn't really realize how much of a nerd I was until I finished college about art, or just talking about my opinions on the world, reflecting on art and the world, and so on. Talking about some ideas and intellectual theses or statements. I've always loved to just talk in videos, so I rather talk about things that really interest me or move my heart. So I wanted to speak briefly coming back on here. I wanted to talk about the art of not being seen, but maybe um, art and the way you're perceived, and um, why being perceived can be kind of toxic to artists. We're living in right now, and basically I wanted to encourage in artists not really showing the process or being confident enough to not feel like they should have to share the process all the time. Recently just finished making this painting, and you guys will be kind of the first to kind of see it. I wanted to just basically speak on how I think that society and the world has made being an artist feel insufferable in a way. We will be so focused on the marketing and business aspect of being a artist that we lose the actual process of making it, trying to make content and trying to make it look perfect and trying to see how other people are gonna see it and if other people are gonna like it. I've been making art since before I had this channel, soon as quarantine hit. I know I've always been artsy, but I was really pursuing it more during that time. That time of COVID, I really also think it really pushed us to communicate through online and show everything that we were doing. But I found so much love in the process of doing it on my own time and not showing anyone anything until I'm done and when I feel like I'm ready to show it to the world. Me showing it now is whatever, but I really was working hard on this painting. I feel like people think painters that are abstract painters don't are not real artists because they just be putting stuff. No, but as I progress as an artist, I have learned for me that when I'm not showing people my whole process, I feel so much more at peace. I feel so much more confident in who I am as an artist because I can say to myself no, I want to continue making this. I don't have to work on anyone's deadline unless, I'm doing a commission, but I don't have to work on anyone's deadline. I'm gonna work on this until I feel completely good about it. And this took months. This may not look like it took months, but there's so much depth in this painting that people don't seem to see or understand, as my other paintings as well. Have to feel inclined to show everyone your process because at the end of the day, you are creating for yourself, and if you choose to share with the world that masterpiece, eventually it will be shared with the world, some way or another. It will be perceived by anybody. If you choose to show it, it will be perceived automatically. But I think the most important thing about the process is that how is it being perceived by yourself? What are you really trying to show to yourself? What are you trying to accomplish? What are the patterns you are noticing in creating this this painting or this piece, continue to keep making these big pieces, I have learned so much about myself. I have learned so much about the type of processes that I make as an artist, and the type of things I am inclined to when I first am making a piece. And I think that is like such a beautiful thing to acknowledge about yourself and your growth as an artist, and like what you are noticing about yourself, which is why I also am pushing that idea of like, hey, like put the camera down, put like just do it for yourself. Like if you choose to show the process, that's great. I'm not like bashing you. I feel like if you have a business and you have a goal, you do you, so be it, and you continue to do that goal for yourself. But I really do encourage that there be a season or period of time where you guys really just sit down and create to just create. Some like examples I wanted to include was Basquiat. I think the way that he created was really intricate and funny and like crazy. Like this man would just really just work at it. Like he didn't care about anything else in the world, and he listened to music. And I feel like I don't listen to classical music, but I put on my headphones and I do what I gotta do. I learned about all this in school, and I'm just like, I'm not trying to butcher the things that I learned. We can take away from Hilma af Klint. I really like her work. Like, I really think she was before her time, and she was. If you look about her history, I just want to briefly talk about her. But she created such spiritual, abstract pieces, and she wasn't discovered like way after, I believe, until she like passed. And she left all these big bodies of work, and everybody discovered her after she died. Like, this girl did not care. Like, she was just whatever was in her mind and what she believed, she was making it. And look, like I've come to an understanding with myself as an artist with making these paintings that, hey, if I'm not discovered in this lifetime, if nobody likes them, if nobody wants to buy them in this lifetime, I'm completely okay with that. And I hope that every artist can come to that realization in their life, that if you can be like Basquiat or Hilma, like, and someone is discovering you after you die, and like you become famous after you die, like, I think that is so legendary. And it's sad in a way. It has its melancholy kind of feelings and ideas with it, but I truly believe, like, I hope every artist can reach that state of mind of being like, you know what, who cares? If you find it 20 years later, whatever years later, then so be it. So I've been talking for a little bit, and I wanted to make this video sort of brief because it is my first video coming back. Idea I'll be thinking about maybe next week. I have a few ideas. I just have to kind of like put the titles and themes together a little bit better. So bye.